In this video, I will be talking about the 10 stages of every Saitama player that everyone that plays this game goes through. This video is very relatable, and I can bet that you would relate to at least one of these stages. First stage, noob stage. You just started the game, and you don't really know anything about it yet, so you decide to play Saitama. You don't really know any of the game mechanics, and you're figuring everything out. You don't know how to do any of the moves yet, and you don't even know what combos are. In fact, you barely even know any of the controls. You probably joined the game maybe off one of your friends, or you saw it on the front page, or maybe on YouTube. You probably have 0 to an hour of playtime so far. Second stage, learning stage. You have started learning the basic things you need to do in TSBG. You now know how to dash. Compared to the noob stage, you have improved a huge amount, but you are still bad at the game. You have very poor judgment at using ragdoll cancel. You can use your M1s and then use a skill like normal punch, but you don't know how to start combos with barrage, or how to use shove tech. You are having a lot of fun playing the game, and you feel the rush whenever you win a fight. You are starting to get addicted to the game. You have 2 to 4 hours of playtime. You are starting to get the hang of the game. You've learned a little bit of the basic combos and techs, like using 3 M1 shoves into 4 M1, and how to M1 after consecutive punches. You still mess up the timing with these techs here and there, and you are still unsure of how to use the pro shove tech. You are still losing lots of fights, and are still too scared to touch ranked. You are still inexperienced at using ragdoll cancel. Regardless, you are still having lots of fun playing. At this time, you're beginning to watch TSB YouTubers, which will connect to the next stage. Your playtime is probably 10 to 25 hours. You've started watching TSB YouTubers, and now you try to do all types of flashy combos and techs without actually mastering them. You've learned what shove tech does and somewhat how to use it, but you overuse it, which causes you to lose fights a lot. You always try to do the Lord Heaven combo, even though you miss it most of the time, although you've mostly mastered techs such as following M1S after uppercut and such. Your favorite TSB YouTubers are probably Humbled, or Lord Heaven, as you try to learn Saitama combos from them, but you cannot do them consistently. Your playtime is probably 30 to 50 hours. You've realized that you should probably completely master techs and combos that you can always hit before you try to master the flashy and hard ones. You've completely mastered the basic and efficient combos and techs, and you're able to apply them depending on the situation, such as the 60% Saitama True combo. You have decent movement. You still lose fights, but you win most of your fights against players with under 5,000 kills. You are starting to think about playing duels in order to progress your skill. You have 60 to 90 hours of playtime. Sixth stage, pro stage. You have completely mastered every basic combo to 100%. You've started playing ranked, and you have about 80 elo. You've learned some advanced techs like the uppercut extender and the pro shove tech, and you are starting to try to apply those techs in 1 versus 1s. You're still not 100% consistent with these techs, but you're able to hit combos whenever you need to in order to deal the most damage. You have good usage of blocking, just at the right amount of using it. You are still not very advanced with baiting ragdoll cancels against good players for combos, but you win every fight against any player with under 15,000 kills. You have 100 to 150 hours of playtime. Here is a ranked game to show you guys how a player in the pro stage plays. Can you guys relate? You've become proficient with most techs. You know what to do to deal the most damage in order to win. and you nearly never lose a fight. You have experience with using the backdash cancel tech, and you're able to do the Makaku combo consistently, and you have strong movement. You are pretty good at doing the pro shove tech combo extender, able to hit it almost 100%, and uppercut extender, able to hit them maybe 70% of the time now. You're able to beat just about anyone, except for competitive and clanning players, which will be discussed in the next stage. You have about 175 to 300 hours of playtime. Here is how a Tryhard plays. Can you relate? You've progressed to the best of the best. You're able to hit every single tech almost 100% consistently, including the Lord Heaven tech and uppercut extender, and consistently and fluently starting combos with the backdash cancel tech. You have insane movement and blocking ski calls. You've mastered every single combo and what situations to use them in, and you're able to bait any opponent's ragdoll cancel consistently. You have no trouble beating any player you would find in ranked or public servers, even leaderboard players. The only players you cannot beat are those who sit at the top of the competitive scene, like the top players in the comp league, such as Boomy, who is the best player in the game, or Fance Z, a top EU player. If you want to reach this stage, try joining discord.gg/tsbcomp to improve your skills and meet the best of the best. Your average competitive player has at least 500 hours of playtime. You've gotten bored of TSBG, and you don't feel the same rush playing the game anymore that you once did. You've started to play less due to this boredom, and you've become rusty and much worse. You are very unhappy. You typically rage in the chat whenever you lose now, and your opponents call you bad for however many kills and hours you have. You are very upset with yourself. You've started losing to your average Genos players, Sonic players, Guru players, and even Tatsumaki players. You rage a lot. You rage, quit, and play some other game to kill your anger. But then you realize the way to have fun again. You have 600 to 700 hours of playtime. You've decided to main a new character. As for the character, you've chosen to main Genos, as he's your favorite character in the anime. You start learning the techs, movement, and baits all tied to it, and you are once again on a journey to mastery. You're starting to feel the same rush you once felt in your early days of the game, and you are determined to become the best of the best with Saitama. Comment down below, and like if you want a part 2 of this video with Saitama.
You better like and subscribe. What did I do? We gaming with pride. We moving around, but we moving with stride. I never knew what else to do with my fries. I work so hard, better like and subscribe. Like, subscribe.